don't come to the wedding. My mom texted, saying you and your kids just make things awkward. My sister replied with a laughing emoji. I answered, then you won't be needing my card for the venue. The group chat kept buzzing with laughter, totally oblivious to what was about to unfold next. What if the people you loved most, your own family, publicly threw you and your children away like trash? Just 3 weeks before my sister's wedding, my phone buzzed with a message that changed everything. It read, Randy, we think it's best if you don't come to the wedding. You and your kids just make things awkward, and we want this day to be perfect for Natalie. My own sister, Natalie, responded with a laughing emoji. I was in disbelief, but honestly, what happened next was even more shocking. My name is Randy, I'm 34, and a single mom to 2 absolutely incredible kids. Growing up in our middle-class suburban neighborhood in Westlake, Ohio, I always knew my place in the family hierarchy. My mom, Diane, was the quintessential perfectionist. Her entire identity revolved around appearances and what the neighbors might think. Our house was spotless, our clothes pressed, and our family photos looked like they belonged in a magazine. But behind all that polish, there was this complicated web of favoritism and impossible standards. From as early as I can remember, my sister Natalie, 3 years younger, was the golden child. With her naturally blonde hair and petite figure, exactly what my mom considered ideal feminine beauty, Natalie just effortlessly embodied everything my mother valued. She was captain of the cheerleading squad, homecoming queen, graduated with honors, and got a business degree, just like mom had always wanted for herself. Me? I was the designated black sheep. I had wild, curly hair that refused to be tamed, preferred sketch pads to pom-poms, and questioned authority in ways that just mortified my status-conscious mother. By 16, I knew I wanted a creative career. My mom dismissed it as a hobby, not a real job. When I announced I wanted to major in graphic design, my mother actually cried at the dinner table, lamenting how I was throwing away my potential, while Natalie just sat there, patting her hand sympathetically. The divide between us only grew wider when I got pregnant with Tyler at 24. I was in my final year of college, and my relationship with Tyler's father had ended months before I even discovered I was pregnant. When I told my family, my mother's first words weren't of support or concern. They were, but what will people think? Natalie, fresh from her MBA and starting a career at a prestigious marketing firm, looked at me with this mixture of pity and superiority that burned worse than my mother's outright disappointment. Oh, Randy, she said, how are you going to manage a baby? You can barely manage yourself. My mother nodded in agreement. Despite their complete lack of support, I finished my degree while pregnant, gave birth to Tyler between my final exams, and graduated 3 weeks later with my newborn in my arms and no family in the audience. Those early years? They were brutally hard. I worked freelance design jobs from my tiny apartment, learning to nurse while typing with one hand, surviving on very little sleep. My mother would dot full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.